Hi and welcome. Today's video, we will cover Module 3, Design Process and Documentation, from vision to build out. In Module 1, we talk about building foundations and mindset, training you to think like a visionary designer and project leader. Module 2, we unlock the art and science of design, exploring the power of sacred geometry to awaken creativity, to find solutions and harmony to complex problems. If we haven't met, I am Tang Nguyen, interior designer and construction project manager, with 16 years of experience in design and construction, including leading a kitchen renovation for an NBA player, Aaron Gordon, of the Denver Nuggets. And now, in Module 3, we will bridge creativity with execution, transforming your vision into reality through the professional framework every designer must master. Design isn't just about the imaginations of a beautiful picture. It's about communication, structure, and system that bring ideas to life. Your creativity means nothing if it can't be accurately priced and executed. In this lesson, I walk you through the 3 critical phases that bring every project to life, from concept to completion. Phase 1, concept design, also known as schematic design. Phase 2, design development. And Phase 3, construction documentation. Phase 1, concept design, also known as schematic design. Think of concept design as the soul of your project, the place where the story, emotion, and aesthetic foundations are born. If this set is skipped or done poorly, the entire project will suffer, disconnected, and directionless. In this phase, you're not just a designer, you're a storyteller and a visionary. Your role is to listen attentively, observe intuitively, and translate your client's lifestyle, habits, and aspirations into a concept that is both aspiring and buildable. If you remember from Module 2 in my previous video, the art and science of design, this is where sacred geometry awakens your inner creativity and help you solve complex design problems. I introduce you my 80-20 rule, 80% functional and efficiency, 20% on aesthetics and emotion. The philosophy that minimizes wasted time, miscommunication, and missed deadlines. In Module 3, you will apply that rule more than ever. 80% of your time belongs here. In concept design, this is where clarity is created. This is where you sharpen your thinking to prevent problems later. So before you jump into selecting your styles, beautiful finishes, and materials you've been dying to specify, stop. None of that matters until your foundation is built. Your main goal in this phase is to uncover the North Star, a single guiding principle that will drive every design decision. This is not about creating a pretty picture. It's about defining the essence, purpose, and emotional direction of the space. So before any design happens, you must establish the logistical and functional groundwork. Phase 1, concept design. Step 1, programming and discovery. Begin by interviewing the clients and site analysis. Ask intentional questions that go deeper than generic questions like, what's your design style? Listen carefully and ask questions that reveal not just what the client wants, but why do they want it. So here are 3 main focus. Number 1, listen attentively. Study their personalities, their routine, daily habits, pain points, aesthetic preferences, and functional priorities. And remember, respect the client's budget. The best design solutions are creative with boundaries. Use questionnaires to ensure nothing is missed. You can also use AI app to record the interview, which will provide an accurate summary of the client's requirements. Number 2, space assessment. Start by observing the space. Ask questions like, how does natural light fall throughout the day? What's working and what's not? How do people move through it? Does the space invite connection or create isolation? Any potential constraints like architectural limitations, structural components, load-bearing walls, existing features, the good, the bad, and the awkwardness, and the surrounding environment. Number 3, define requirements. Define the project scope, the budget, timeline, and functional needs. You also will be exploring spatial relationship. Now that you have interviewed the client and assessed the space, the next step is space planning, the brainstorming phase. Now you can start exploring spatial relationship through verbal diagrams and quick sketches of the layouts showing the circulation, furniture placement, and functional zones. If you don't have drafting skill, don't worry about it. Many architects, designers, and I myself included, we outsource this scope to others. As a professional designer, your true value lies in your vision and creativity, not in spending hours producing drawings and renderings. So when you explore the rooms and the function relate to each other, ask yourself, should the kitchen flow directly into the dining, or should the living space be open or closed off? This is where I use the 80-20 rules. 80% rely on logic thinking. Remember, this is not about perfection, it's about finding clarity. The next thing is visual storytelling, creating the mood board. This is where your concept becomes visible. A mood board captures the emotion, color palette, textures, and materials that define the atmospheres of the space. It answers the questions, how will this space make people feel? When creating the mood board, collect images of intention materials, furniture style, color palettes, and texture that capture the intended atmosphere. This is the emotional pitch of your design. This is the 20% rule right here. Here is an exercise on space assessment. Let's take a look at this before kitchen and share with me your thoughts. The homeowner lived in a rich neighborhood, but the developer used cheap cabinets, low-quality materials, and outdated layouts. The angle island wall was intended to add interest, but instead it made the space feel awkward and smaller. The reddish-orange tones of the floor and the cabinet made the space look dark and outdated. This is where I apply the 80-20 rule. 80% analysis and logic thinking, and 20% on emotion and intuition. How does this space make me feel? When creating the mood board, I recommend to give the client 2 options to choose from. No more than that, because too many options will create confusion and make it difficult for the client to make decision. Once the client has approved and signed off on the design concept and presentation board, the project now moves into design development phase. If concept design is the art of creative storytelling, then design development is the technical editing process, where ideas become buildable, functional, and aligned with both budget and regulations. Every creative decision made earlier is now transformed into precise technical solutions. This is also the phase where deeper collaboration begins. You will work closely with architects, engineer, and specialty consultants to ensure the design intent stay intact while meeting building codes, technical standards, and clients' objectives. The goal of this phase is to transform the approved schematic design into coordinated, highly detailed design package. This package is then sent out for preliminary rough estimate. If the estimate comes in higher than the client's budget, this is the phase where value engineering can still be applied efficiently and economically. Start with step number 1. Refine and detail floor plans and elevation. Transition from concept design into precise scale drawings. Finalize room dimensions, wall types, and exact placement of doors, windows, and fixtures. Develop detailed elevations and sections for critical spaces such as kitchens, bathrooms, and custom millwork. Confirm clearances, proportion, and construction feasibility. Step 2. Finalize materials and finishes. Confirm all the selection, finishes, fixtures, and equipment, flooring, wall covering, countertops, lighting, plumbing, fixture, appliances, and everything associated with the project. Obtain visible samples whenever possible. Ensure each selection aligns with the approved budget, the functionality for performance, durability, maintenance, safety, the original design concept. I recommend to create an FF&E sheet that includes images, specifications, resources, or direct links. This will bring clarity, prevents miscommunication, and makes ordering easier. Phase 3. Construction documentation. From design to execution. The construction documentation CD phase is the final and most technical stage of the design process before construction begins. This is where creativity transitions into precision, and vision becomes a legally binding blueprint for execution. If concept design was about imagination and design development was about refinement, then construction documentation is about absolute clarity, accuracy, and accountability. Think of this phase as creating the instruction manual, the blueprint for the general contractor, subcontractors, and permitting authorities. Every decision made in concept and design development phases is now translated into coordinated, detailed set of documents that serve two essential purposes. Number 1, obtaining building permit. Demonstrate compliance with building codes, zoning regulations, accessibility law, and safety standards. Number 2, guiding construction and bidding. Provide contractors with clear, detailed information to prepare accurate bids and to build a project precisely as intended. Finalize and coordinate all drawings. Evolve your design development drawings into a fully annotated dimensions and coordinated set. Finalize and update any changes made during the design development phase. To finalize and update any estimate. Finalize detailed schedules, review and compile all material, finish, and fixture information into clear, organized schedule. Prepare comprehensive schedule for finishes, floor, wall, and ceiling materials by room or area. doors and windows, sizes, materials, hardware and operation types, fixtures and equipment, FF&E, lighting, plumbing, fixture, appliances, and accessories with manufacturer, model, and installation details. You don't need to personally draft these drawings. Most designers and architects outsource this scope of service to drafting team. Your job is to review the drawing carefully and communicate the design intent clearly and accurately. Number 3, review technical specification. The specifications are the written counterpart to your drawings. This part also, most architects and designers don't write specification themselves. They hire a specification writer who specializes in preparing these documents. Again, your job is to review the specification and understand the basics, technicality, and installation of the products used in the project. Step 4. Prepare for planning and permitting. This is where you assemble the final construction documents CD package. This set will be used for building permitting and construction. You typically prepare 2 versions. The first version is for permitting, containing only what's required by the city or local municipality. Version 2 is a full CD set containing all details of building and construction. Incorporate any final value engineering adjustments from the previous phase. You will address comments or any corrections required by permitting authorities, coordinate with general contractor or project manager to ensure the set is accurate, compliant, and ready for construction. The final CD construction document set typically include a cover sheet that contains the project's name, the client's address, design team contacts, drawings index, and code summaries. A detailed floor plan, dimensions, layouts showing walls, doors, windows, and built-in elements, including demolition plans if applicable. A reflective ceiling plan, RCPs, showing lighting layouts, ceiling height, and materials. Sprinkler and HVAC locations. The interiors and exterior elevation, detailed wall views, cabinetry, drawings, and finish notations. Building sections and enlarged detail showing how materials, finishes, and assemblies fit together. Engineering drawing coordinate structural, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing plans provided by the MEP engineers. Project manual, technical specifications, written documentation, outlining performance standards, installation methods, and material quality. Master these phases will set you apart from other design professionals, earn your clients' trust and contractors, and most important of all, you get to charge more. I know all of these might sound complicated, but please don't feel intimidated. If you have a structure and system, and that's why I am building this fast-track course to help you become a professional designer and construction project manager. Please tune in next week for Module 4. I will talk about how to write contracts, proposal, and estimate the project accurately. If you find my content educational and valuable, please like, leave a comment, and share with others to help me grow my channel. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. I will see you in the next video.